Today we're going to check out the Nyos Quantum 160. What's going on, guys? Devin from ReefDudes. Now, I've been talking about upgrading my skimmer for quite a while now, and time again, a lot of people have recommended the Nyos brand to me. I have seen some of the other Nyos stuff, and I actually really like the quality of everything I've seen. So you guys finally broke me, and I picked up a Nyos 160 skimmer. So I'm really excited to kind of check this baby out. They definitely look like amazing skimmers. On their website, they kind of claim, you know, high performance, super silent, which is obviously something that speaks to me. One of their taglines was "should be seen and not heard," which that speaks right to my heart. So we're gonna check this baby out. Now the skimmer is, look at that, almost already assembled already. So we got our skimmer body. Like all high quality skimmers, this uses all titanium screws, so you don't have to worry about it rusting. And they do have their own pump, which supposedly is silent, or very close to it. Pump has a lot of weight to it. Got all our literature and our box. So first things first, we have our pump. This thing's heavy, surprisingly a lot of weight to this. Now, one cool thing with this pump is it's transparent. So if there's something dirty or caught in there, you can just look inside and see it. So that's a really nice feature. This looks like a little volute for the front of the skimmer. It mixes our air with our water. Now, another kind of good benefit, the skimmer I have now is a core box skimmer, and it is a little oversized for my tank. So having one that's properly sized will be good because it will actually free up a lot of space in my sump, which I'm kind of oddly looking forward to. I believe this one was rated up to about 250 gallons. Another kind of nice little feature with this is it uses the exact same titanium screws throughout. So it's the same flathead, same size, so you could literally interchange screws anywhere throughout the reactor, and they should all fit. Everything's the same, which is kind of a nice touch. That and the fact that they claim it's dead quiet. I actually did test out a Nyos 120, the smaller brother of this, years and years ago. It was just to kind of review one. So I ran on my tank for about a month, and I was impressed with how well it performed. It did some amazing skimming on my 100-gallon reef, so the big brother should do an excellent job on the 160 gallon. Another good plus is this one is rated for ozone. As you guys know, I do like to run ozone. So this one is not ozone safe, and it even has a little ozone port on the bottom of here, which is kind of a nice little feature. So far setup is extremely easy. I haven't even looked at the instructions yet. It's fairly intuitive, which is a good start. Little side panels, same thing. They basically seem, everything's kind of universal. It works on whatever side you put it on. Skimmer, their bubble plate, supposedly is part of the magic. That and extremely high air intake to it. Now, I believe reading on someone else when I was reading reviews said the air intake on this one was actually matched to what they claim it is. So it was actually one of the few that were legitimately the same. So far, it's been super intuitive to put together. Haven't even had to pop up instructions. Everything goes together nicely. There's grooves for everything. Kind of self-explanatory of how it all connects. Now, the one thing that's a little bit interesting is that it uses an AC pump, and I've always used DC pumps just to keep it silent. So I'm curious to see how well it lives up to their claim of being silent. Hopefully it will truly be seen and not heard. Right, so the body's assembled, the cup just screws on top. We gotta remove it, twist, lift it up, done. So nice and easy for maintenance. This will be easier to handle than trying to pry up the other ones that's kind of in there pretty good. For adjusting the outflow, you can turn the big side as your major adjustment, and then this is for your kind of micro adjustment with the side of it. So two different ways to kind of do bigger and smaller adjustments. A little loop flute goes on the front. Now we'll have one of these pipes that will go from the little volute bottom to the top. So we got our pipe in, that's for a drain line, so we have a secondary hose if we want to hook this up to a different container. Look at the top, we have our little air intake line, and we are assembled. So that was a pretty quick, easy install. Okay, so it requires the suction to have at least 2 inches of space from the sump, and it wants about 8 inches of water height. I think mine's somewhere around 8.5 to 9, so hopefully that's good. All right, the sump's half decently clean, actually worthy of the new skimmer. And let's get this baby in there and see how it fits. Beauty. Now, one thing that I do appreciate is the other one was excessively oversized for my tank. Now this one actually fits in the space fairly nicely, which will be a huge plus because it frees up all the space in this chamber. So which is going to be a nice, definitely a nice touch. First things first, we'll see how we can connect our outside air line. Might make a little adapter for that. So this is for the skimmer drain line. However, I think I'm going to modify a little bit and use it for adapter for my skimmer air intake, which will suck from outside air and helps give you a little bit of a pH boost while it's at it. That will suck from outside air. Now there's also a little cap in the bottom for ozone. So it sucks ozone from the bottom. So that is my black tube, which I'm gonna have to somehow modify to fit that one. A little ozone line plugged into the bottom. I'll just kind of run those hoses together to keep it fairly neat. I've got the wires tucked back up. And one other cool little add-on I picked up is Auto Aqua. They have a smart skimmer security, which is a cool little thing. I don't know if you can see it, but I tucked a little plug box up there, and it just hooks up to an optical sensor. So you can clip this onto your skimmer, and if for any reason your skimmer is about to overflow, it will kill power to it. So we have all our hoses ran. I attach my little smart level kind of skimmer security just as a backup, and we are set. So the Nyos skimmer has now been running for 3 days. It basically started skimming from day 1, so it really didn't seem to have much of a break-in period. It is working pretty well. It's pretty nice dark skimming already, so it's working like a champ right off the bat, so it's pretty awesome to see. So 3 days and not too shabby. Now it's a little wetter than I normally like to skim, so I'm not sure if that's part of the break-in or just because I have the water level a little bit too high. It does recommend 8 inches of water height for the skimmer. It's in 9.5 currently, because that's what my old skimmer was. So I may build a little like 1 inch little rise or something for it to sit on, but yeah, so far so good. So might just give her a little bit of a quick cleaning because I'm doing a water change of tank anyways, but yeah, so far so good. So the Nyos skimmer's now been running for about 4 months now. It's been about 3 weeks since I cleaned it, so you can see it like holds a decent amount of time within the cup. I do have it tuned for a fairly nice dark skim, so this guy has been skimming like a champ ever since day 1. It broke in very quickly, so overall I've been extremely happy with how well this has been working. Super duper dark skimmate, and I kind of feel like it skims. It's hard to fully quantify it, but it feels like it pulls out a bunch more guck compared to my last one. As for tuning, to tune it, you can turn the big tube side to side for your big adjustments, and you got this for your micro adjustments on the gate valve. So closing it will raise the level in the skimmer. And we also have a little valve on the top to adjust our air intake. When I'm generally tuning it, or when I clean it, if I change something, I'll usually set it up so the bubble tower is just around the bottom of this neck period, and then it kind of let it work its way up to the top and then pop in the cup. And that's kind of how I like to tune it, just because that usually gives me a nice super duper dark skimmate. So overall, been a little over 4 months now, extremely happy with the skimmer. It's been skimming extremely well, so I definitely recommend this one. I had tried out the little 120 version in the past. Someone just lent it to me to test it out, and that one worked pretty well. So I had good faith in this one. This is the bigger brother, the 160, and you can go even larger for a 220, and there might even be one above that. So lots of different levels depending on your tank size. This one's currently on 160-ish gallons, maybe 180 if you count the sump or more, and yeah, it's been doing an extremely good job. So far I'm very happy and highly recommend this guy.